what's going on, everyone? You're on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. I'm Vosk, and today we're going to be talking about cryptocurrency mining, specifically GPU mining. And with that, it's going to be all about the Nvidia GTX GeForce 1660 Super. This is basically the newer or updated model of the 1660 Ti, and it's kind of like it's slightly bumped down in specs from the 1660 Ti, but they've reduced the price point rather significantly in comparison. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and run this graphics cards through all of our tests. We're going to test it mining all of the top GPU mineable cryptocurrency coins. And if you're watching this and you're a gamer and you're like, oh, I hate miners and this and that, look, right now prices are jacked up not because of GPU miners by any means. It's because of coronavirus and supply chain issues and everything like that. So it has nothing to do with us. Two, if you are a gamer or not a gamer or whoever, you should really consider getting involved with cryptocurrency as well as mining. A little bit of a spoiler, something we're going to talk about here in today's video. Even though GPU mining is ultimately not super profitable right now, even with an average residential electric rate, you will eventually break even and then start making money if you are GPU mining. And ultimately, how could you not want to basically have your graphics card for free? Speaking of the review, let's run 10 seconds of Tails, our beautiful Shiba Inu, our Doge, and run the intro, and let's do it. Alright guys, let's go ahead and jump into it. So we've got a write-up here on VoskCoin Talk. It's the official VoskCoin cryptocurrency forum. I invite you to join, check it out, interact, share your mining hash rates with us, and anything else you want to share crypto related or even not crypto related here on the forum. I basically promote the forum here to you guys right now because I have a write-up here on the forum with just some additional information that you can reference. The link to this write-up as well as just some of the forum is in the video description below. You can click it and you can check out all this stuff, review it, and add your own information as well. So obviously we're going to be reviewing the EVGA GeForce GTX 1660 Super, okay? It's a 6GB GPU with GDDR6 memory. So actually, let's start with that. Comparing this to, well, comparable cards would be the 1660 Ti, the simply 1660, and then, several years ago, the popular 1066GB. This card fills the same, niche category potential buyer here. Actually, that's a little bit nicer. That's a little bit bigger. So this card fills that gap of people looking for a relatively inexpensive GPU for gaming. Okay, so the biggest things here to initially review is just going to be the onboard RAM. So it's going to be 6GB across the board. However, updated from, say, the 1660, which seems to just have used leftover parts in retrospect, of GDDR5, the 1060 6GB used GDDR5X. The 1660, I keep saying that a lot, Ti and Super both use GDDR6. Simply put, the newer the memory type, the better it is for gaming as well as in mining. The other critical part here is going to be the CUDA cores. Simply put, more CUDA cores is going to equate to a higher mining hash rate, as well as the ability to increase your core clock, your memory clock, and really the harder you can push things with the card, the more performance you're going to get out of it. And the other critical piece of information here is that the 1660 Super is priced at $229, which it has the memory type of the 1660 Ti for about $60 less. All right, I can't do math. It's $50 less. So anyway, the 1660 Super, I think, is a very interesting card from its 6GB limit, which basically, if you want to mine, I wouldn't recommend a 4GB card anymore, generally speaking. But anyway, so let's go ahead and jump into the hash rates. Okay, so obviously this it's an Nvidia GPU. Traditionally, Nvidia GPUs are great at mining everything, and they excel on a lot of mining algorithms. Sure, AMD GPUs have their moments and oftentimes are much more cost effective, basically anything mined around ETH hash, Ethereum mining. However, Nvidia normally dominates across like literally every other mining algorithm and other cryptocurrency coin out there. If you use any sort of profit switching mining application, then you will likely just be mining Raven coin on there, because that is one of the most profitable cryptocurrencies to mine right now, because we had a video about it, but basically they switched their mining algorithm to Kapow, which, if you're familiar with mining, is a tweaked version of ProgPow, and basically it's GPU mine now, and yeah, it's profitable. The secondary coin per profit switchers would be just mining Ethereum. However, you're likely to see good results mining coins on the Zhash algorithm, Beam V2, as well as MTP Merkle tree proofs. So if we look at the top coins to mine on a mining profit calculator, like what to mine, general figures suggest that the most profitable coin to mine would be Raven coin, followed by Ethash potentially on a profit switching miner program like NiceHash, and then following that would be Zcoin on the Merkle tree proofs MTP mining algorithm, and then we just get simply mining Ethereum. As we review the hash rates here, you'll see that this GPU is spectacular at nothing. And to be honest, if you expect otherwise with a graphics card that retails just over $200, I mean, you're likely just to be disappointed here. So the Ethereum hash rate is like nothing to brag about by any means. Like RX 470s from years ago can achieve, consistently 28 megahash a second when they're downclocked to not consume a lot of power. Then we have, again, these other coins like Kapow where we're getting 12.5 megahash a second. It's not a bad hash rate, but again, this isn't something I would recommend to build a mining rig around, but it is still interesting nonetheless, and it is certainly still more profitable than not doing it. If you want to pursue mining, say, Grin, I was just doing some research on this, and this is a couple members on their forum, and these are the settings that they suggest. So, like, essentially right here, we're dealing with someone who's searching for efficient mining settings where you're reducing the power limit, increasing the core and memory overclock to basically, hopefully, significantly reduce the power consumption and then slightly or maintain the same mining hash rate. Here we have someone who's significantly increasing the memory overclock, slightly or moderately increasing the core overclock, and then also increasing the power limit. This is going to give a much higher hash rate, but again, you're going to have a high power consumption. In our testing, again, we got 12.5 megahash mining Ethereum here on Kapow, as well as about 24, 25 megahash a second. Per the calculator pool side, we're getting about 27 megahash a second with the 1660 Super. You can play around with your mining settings. We like to start with plus 100 core, plus 100 memory, and then you can go ahead and tweak from there. This isn't going to be an overclocking video, but for example, in this exact test, we're using plus 100 core and minus 500 memory. Sometimes decreasing your core or your memory clock can actually increase your either power efficiency or your mining hash rate, or potentially both. In our testing, on average, the 1660 Super is making about 50 cents a day. That's before you pay your electric bill. Keep in mind, this thing doesn't consume a lot of electricity. How much does it consume? In our testing here, you can see when our mining rig is on and mining, the total power consumption for it is about 180 watts. By turning the mining rig off, you can see over here that our power consumption is reduced by almost 100 watts, leading to about a power consumption of about 95 watts on our graphics card here, our 1660 Super, with a power limit set of 80%. So we've reduced its potential power limit draw by 20%. Keep in mind, guys, the power draw on this graphics card is rated at about 125 watts. So with that in mind, by reducing it by about 20%, our results are about right in line from what you'd expect. Keep in mind we are mining on 120 volt standard US residential electric. One of the biggest things to note right now that we touched on earlier is just how supply chains are all choked up and slowed up right now. So looking at some of these 1660 Supers, like the one that we're reviewing, the main card we're talking about in today's video, isn't even available right now. EVGA cards are some of the most sought after, and they carry some of the best warranties in the game. And historically, they just use some of the best parts and last well. I mean, simply put, EVGA graphics cards are top tier for a reason. Anyway, most of those are kind of sold out right now, inaccessible. We've had great experience with MSI Gaming's graphics cards as well. They are for sale, but they are listed at $250 right now. And ideally, you should be looking to pick these cards up for between $200 and $220. But we have a unique situation with the current market and just world status. Before I round up my thoughts on GPU mining with the 1660 Super, I would like to tell you a quick message from today's video sponsor, Cash2. They have moved to the Blake 2B mining algorithm. Basically, they want to repurpose old ASIC mining hardware that was originally made for another coin that changed algorithms. So now that the hardware was previously obsolete, which it can now be repurposed to mine their blockchain and passively acquire their coins, and thus passively acquire their income. Links to more information in the video description below. Ultimately, guys, I think the 1660 Super is a good graphics card. I think it's fine for gaming. I think it's fine for mining. I think this is a graphics card if you're looking for a budget graphics card to, just build a budget gaming PC, a budget mining rig. I think it's a good choice. I think that out of all the options right now, really it's going to be one of the better graphics cards, and there's not a lot of graphics cards for sale kind of in this price range. And the biggest thing you need to understand is that and when it comes especially to cryptocurrency and GPU mining, the more you spend, quite literally the more you will get. If you buy a 2080 Ti, the biggest, baddest, and most expensive graphics card, you will get the best mining hash rate. You will get the most profitability. But the difference here is like a 200 graphics card versus a $1,000 graphics card. Are you getting 5 times the profitability? Are you getting 5 times the performance? I don't know. Well, I do know, and it's actually not the case. Don't get into mining thinking you're going to get rich. This isn't 2017 gold rush bull run scenario. If you want to upgrade your computer, great choice. If you want to build a gaming rig and mine on the side, great choice. If you want to build a budget-minded, low-cost mining rig that's still going to be profitable to run, still using the latest hardware so you get warranties and everything else, then this is definitely going to be a good choice. And this is actually going to be why we're going to be building a little $1,000 GPU mining rig based around this card. But anyway, guys, I could go on and on. I hope you all enjoyed the video. I hope you liked my feedback here on the 1660 Super. I'd love to know your experience with that card, or what you think of it, or what you think of it after this review. Please let me know in the video comments, or the video comments below. And then hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We've been growing like crazy lately, and it's all thanks to you guys. So I hope that I'm still delivering decent content for you. I'll see you all on the next one.
Yeah.